Hey there, I'm Bronze Sword Gamer. This is my first foray into this, so let's see how it goes. I love playing Minecraft, particularly modded Minecraft. This, by the way, is Valhelsia 5 if you want to find it yourself on CurseForge. But apologies to anyone who's got a nice PC. You know, if you're part of the PC gaming master race, I apologise. This is more of a hobby for me, and I don't have the money for a good computer just yet. So I'm doing this off of a laptop. So if you get any drop frames, I can only apologise. But with all that, let's create a world. Okay. So I've got this long-term plan. I'd like to make a Victorian city. So why don't we call it that? Right, let's get going. And we appear to be up a tree, which is unusual for spawns, in my experience. Usually you end up on the ground. One time I spawned in a cave and was immediately killed by zombies, which I thought was distinctly unfair. And then I basically got soft-locked because the zombies kept on coming and I kept respawning in the same place. And I couldn't do anything because I didn't have any tools or weapons or anything. So in the end, I actually deleted that game. I rage quit. I'm going to be honest with you. I rage quit that game. I deleted that world, and many AI chickens and pigs and cows were, lost to the void because of those zombies. What the hell? Sugar glider. It's funny actually. So I spent years playing regular Minecraft, vanilla Minecraft, and it's one of those things where I play modded, and I see there's so much opportunity to add more to the game. There's so many things, and you just think, that's crazy. I never even thought of that. But yeah, I'm playing, as I say, I mentioned before, I'm playing Valhelsia 5. It's a really cool mod pack. You can get it on CurseForge. It's, pretty simple. I managed to get it working. And if someone as technically inept as me can do it, then you should be able to. So, don't worry about it. Okay. We begin our world with the standard punching of trees, because obviously you must punch the trees. If you don't punch the trees, then you will not progress the game. And that will, of course, make people sad. Oh yes, hold on, what am I doing? I know how to Minecraft. Shush. Yes. Hello, wooden pickaxe. And now you shall perform your sole duty in this game, which is to mine 3 cobble. And some dirt, apparently. But eventually, to mine 3 cobble. Ugh. Where's some gravel here? Less than helpful. Right, to mine 3 cobble, some gravel, and some dirt. Okay. Excuse me while I... go ahead and do the standard thing of bringing myself some cobble so that I can make some stone tools and then get going. So the plan here is, by the way, I mentioned it before, I think, but I may not have done because I'm a moron who forgets things very easily. But my general plan is to create a Victorian-style city. You may not have been able to tell. My accent is very subtle, but I am, in fact, English. I know. Take as long as you need to deal with that shock. Yes, I am, in fact, English. You might very well ask, I wasn't warned. No one told me I would be dealing with an Englishman. And to that I can only say I apologise. I apologise profusely. It will never happen again. And obviously, many people will be horsewhipped for this terrible, terrible error in judgment. Something that I do, which my friends have laughed at me for in the past, but I think is a good idea, is that I always tend to get the bread going early, for the simple reason that bread in this game is a foundational crop. You can go hunting the piggies and the cows and whatnot when you see them, but ultimately you're going to be relying on bread a lot, at least in the early game. So it's best to just, get going with it sooner rather than later. The game is not, the RNG is not helping me in terms of these seeds, but fuck off. I didn't expect the first animal murder here to be a raccoon, but it just goes to show the power of Valhelsia 5. Right. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to need to do first is just get our temporary shelter going. Make some tools first, though. It's a lovely day in the world of Minecraft, which is always nice. I've got to tell you, I have not been loving the weather in the UK recently. It's been, well, I mean, it's not been terrible. It's like there are some people, who will say, "Oh, you think that's bad?" Well, yeah, and that's completely fair because some people live in a zone, a hurricane zone, or what have you. But in the UK, it's just been, for me at least, it's just been a cold, wet, drawn-out winter, and I just wish it would just sod off at this point. It's not that I'm anti-winter. I love snow, but it's just, oh God, please, I just want some heat now. Okay, I just want some heat. I want to see the sun. I'm just not interested anymore in this whole rain business. Right, I'm putting the wooden pickaxe over there in the ocean in the hopes that I won't keep picking it up again. Hopefully. Don't. Yeah. So in this mod pack you will find lots of flowers, and the flowers look great and are often useful in some way or other. But the downside with all of the flowers is that you do have a lot of them which are, I would say, medium to late game as their kind of use value. Some of them you think are going to be useful, and then it turns out actually no, it's just a decoration block. And and it's like, okay, well, I collected a lot of these pointlessly then. But yeah, that is a thing you're going to have to learn to deal with in this mod pack. I think it's from Biomes of Plenty, or it might be from one of the Farmer's Delight thingies, I'm not sure. One thing I do like is the little quality of life things, like, the foliage just disappears. Let's go over here and see, what are you from? Neapolitan. Okay, so whatever mod pack that is, Neapolitan, that is the thing. If you are curious. Yeah. Okay. Just going to go ahead and go to our little hole and actually probably put the door here. Night is falling already, and I have not made the shelter in time, because again, as the aforementioned moronity has demonstrated itself, I'm going to go and try and... I didn't... Okay. No, it's all right. It's fine, it's fine. I don't need to do anything rash. What I can do here is just go ahead and pop myself another little crafting table here. And what we're going to do, sorry if everyone, this is very dark and I do apologise. I appreciate this. You might be seeing nothing right now, but it's jolly exciting, just trust me. Oh my god, look at it go. Oh, mining the shit out of this cobble. Okay. Right, so pro tip for anyone who has not played this game, although I don't know why you're looking on a modded Minecraft crafters thing, if that's the case, but in a pinch you can just turn logs into charcoal and then you get torches that way. And torches are really important because they light up the area, and lighting up the area is really important because you need, otherwise mobs of the nasty variety will spawn and kill you, like the aforementioned zombies. Right, I'm going to go ahead and just keep on mining, and just we'll work from there. Okay, I'll get back to you in a second. Right, so as you can see, I have been doing some things. I have managed to pen some chickens and some sheep. The chickens came from the wild and definitely didn't come from someone's back garden. No, sorry, no thieves here. Yes, yes, but as you can see, if I just stand upon a block or two, I only have one. We have some wheat growing in, which will be, useful for breeding and whatnot, and bread. We have some chickens, we have some sheep, and we have a landing ground, which we shall use as a base of operations for everything that we're about to do. Now, I'm thinking, in terms of, well, just everything, if I just... There we are. Right, so, as you can see, we've got this little peninsula to ourselves, and I was thinking, we have this, big inlet here, I think that's what it's called, but we have this large plain over here, which is underpopulated, and I think that we're going to change that. I don't know about this jungle forest. This jungle forest could be, well, jungle and also other trees could also be a bit of a problem, but I'm sure that we will change things. It's a rainforest. Interesting. And that's different from a jungle because I don't know. Yeah, but essentially, if I just pop us in, yeah. So we have a little base of operations underground for storage and furnaces and whatnot, and we have a little bit of farmage. Right, we've got to the stage where interesting things can happen. In this mod, there's this thing called Create, and I've created some andesite alloy, and I've got some iron, which was quite the bugger to get, because, well, sorry, I suspect what's happening is that all of the other ores in this mod pack are kind of crowding out the potential for iron to be spawned. I'm not going to use my good axe, which I found, I mean borrowed, I mean acquired. But yes, anyway. So, right, we've got this. Now if we just right-click there. Aha! Interesting things are happening. Okay, so we've got this. This is andesite casing. This is the foundation of Create machines, which will go all the way up to steam engines and beyond. And indeed trains, actually. But what I want these for is to create drills. Because if you have drills, then you can... Well, it makes mining a lot less of a ball ache, basically. If I can find... I need more andesite. Okay, just bear with me. Right, after totally not a quick mining session later, yes. So, I've got andesite alloy, I've got the bloody thing, and I've got the casing, I've got the alloy over here, and I have the iron, which I shall just pop in there to smelt. I hopefully have some... No, I had some more. I found some more earlier. But here we are. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. Oh, alright. There's some other ores I found. Yeah. So, Valhelsia 5. Lots of ores. Lots of things to do. It can get a little overwhelming at times, but ultimately it is a lot of fun. So I do recommend it. Come on. Here we are. Right. Okay. Andesite casing. And then these bloody things. Right, so if we do... seven... Right, okay, we don't have enough for any more, but, actually no, wait, we should have enough. Hold on. Okay, back again. Right, so, you've got the final ingredients necessary to make a 9x9 set of drills, which looks something like this. This. And then these little babies will go on forever once it's attached to a contraption. Now I'm going to have to go and get the bits and pieces necessary, and also going to get something called glue, which will glue the entire thing together. It is a bit of a bugger, but I will be back shortly with the ingredients. So see you then. Hello, hello. Right, I am back. Okay, so in terms of gluing this all together, you're going to need, obviously, glue. Where'd you get that? From this. So, we're going to need a nugget, we're going to need an iron plate, which you can get from hammering a regular ingot, so that's not an issue. But the main thing, which is the bugger, is getting the slime balls, or the other ones, but we're going to go with slime balls. So, slime is, there's a whole range of ways of doing it, but the traditional way is finding a slime. Now I'm thinking, yeah, no, because swamps, you have to go on like a bloody expedition to try and find one, or going into a cave, it's just like, oh my god, really, please stop. So, let's do this the easy way. How do we do this with this? Dough and something. That's not showing much to it. Okay, cool. So here's how I did it. Let me go and grab some wheat from my farm. Let's just get a couple there. So, and I'll just grab you some petals just to show you what I did. Right, got the flour, like that. I'll pop one back in there to regrow, and then take the petal, turn that into lime dye, so we've got half the ingredients there, go downstairs into my mill, and we shall pop the wheat, and then crank the handle, and eventually we shall get some flour. There we are. So flour, pop that there, It's not working. Do I need more wheat? Okay, let me go and grab some more wheat. It did work before, but for some reason it's not now. Let's have a look-see. Okay, take two. There isn't any feedback as far as I can tell on whether or not this is done. So, oh wait, here we go. Okay. Well, let's just check the recipe. There we go. Oh, it has to be... Oh, right, yes, of course, flour and... yeah, right, I'm being an idiot. So it's not wheat, it's the dough rather than the flour. Where did I put the buckets? Oh! I am very organised, as you can tell. I'm professional. I know what I'm doing. Professional. Know what I'm doing. You saw nothing. Nothing. Right. Okay. Right. Wheat flour, dough. Okay. Bob's your uncle. Right. So, we've got our dough, got a lime. There we go. Okay. So that's how to do that. Simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, so in this chest here, I've got what I need, so I'm going to go ahead and make the hammer. Just pop those bits and bobs in there for the time being. Inevitably losing them again, but that's okay. Yeah, okay, right. So, if we get these bits... Going to go ahead and make ourselves a hammer. It's not the hardest thing in the world, it just requires a couple of sticks, like so, string, 2 ingots. There, we've got our hammer. Fantastic. Ah, making progress. Then, take a sheet, hammer, plate, like so. Just do bear in mind the hammer does go through durability, so, crash. Oh, that's cool, I didn't know I could do that. Cool, so we've got our stem. Then we need the other one to make some ingots, like so. Right, and now we've got this. So, sheet, nugget, 2 slime, we've got our glue. That is the foundation of the create, well, getting everything together, basically, because everything relies on this. This is becoming my create box. Started off as a food box, but it's becoming create box. Yeah. So, if I just give you a rough idea of how it works. So, if I right-click here and drag that across, so now that is one piece. It's all connected to each other. So, if I move that together, it will all go together. I'm just going to go ahead and try to... There we go. That's glued, and if I left click, it's unglued. Okay? Simple as that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and find the other bits and pieces, but I just wanted to show you that, because the other bits, a lot of this is just tedious finding resources, and it's just, oh my god. But when we get to the good parts, I will get back to you and show you. Okay. Back very soon. Okay. Right, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a cart assembler. I've just got the redstone. Such a faff. Such a faff to get. But, yes. And a bunch of other stuff now. Now I come to think of it. And a fish, somehow. Oh, where did I pick that up? Okay, right. So, we've got ourselves... We just need to get a couple of that. These 2 strip logs and the redstone. Okay, so it's pretty simple. There. And well, there, and then that. We've got ourselves a card assembler. This is very important. Stupendously important. In fact, it's probably going to be one of the most important things we've ever made. Right, let me see, how do I... There we are. Of course, the one metal that I didn't find. Okay. That's okay. Hold on. Alrighty, okay. Down some bloody gold. Okay, smelt you bastards. I'm going to have to go ahead and make myself a super smelter because this is horrendously slow, but it's one of those early game things, isn't it? Everything takes... Pop you in there. There you are. Okay. So we need a wrench, which is 3 of those and a cog. It's not too hard. Fuck. Yep. There's Joe the professional. Anyway. Okay. So the wrench is super important because basically it allows you to manipulate everything in Create. So all the machines, the directions things go, everything like that. So it's very, very, you know, basically it's essential. If you don't have it, you are going to be struggling to do anything. Let's grab my precious iron. Oh god, have I gone through it already? Oh no, I've got it somewhere. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and make ourselves a cart. We'll do that, which isn't technically necessary, but I usually do it because it just makes things easier. We need to make ourselves a lever. Actually, that's interesting. Do you say lever or lever? I seem to fluctuate depending, but I don't know if it's a regional thing or it's an accent thing. Lever. Lever. I don't know. Any Americans in the audience, let me know what you say. Okay. Right. So I don't know how to do this. So yeah. So basically, your contraption is going to effectively look something like this. And I'm using stone on purpose here because you don't want it to be something flammable. Otherwise, you're in for a hard time. So this. Actually, I'll put a template up. So this birch log here has to be a deployer, because if it's not, then you can't lay down the rail. Now then, you've got yourself... So, yeah, sorry about that, just had to go and grab some bits. Right, so, if we just pop our cart down there and put the... Right, so this is going to be our contraption. And if we just go ahead and grab the glue, I can show you the basics of it. I do need to get a deployer still, because otherwise this isn't going to work in practice, but just to show you the basic idea. So what you do is, you just glue everything together, like so. So now that's all one thing. You can see the everything like that. And then, if I just take the lever and power this, and the entire thing comes together. And if I just push it forwards, see, the entire thing just moved on the track as one unit. Now if I want to get this, I can grab that, and so now I've got the contraption, the entire contraption in my pocket there, and I can just right click on all this, not this for some reason, and grab that. So yeah, so now I've got my drill, well, a partly finished drill in my inventory, and we can move on from there. Alright, so I just need to put together the things for the deployer, which will lay down the track. So let's just show you what that means. The deployer is basically one of the two kind of mechanical hands. But this thing here, if you have it pointing downwards and have it holding rails, then it will set down rail in front of the machine. I do like Create, actually. It has these great tutorials to actually show you what to do. A lot of mods don't do that, and you're kind of in the dark if there's no like YouTube tutorial or anything, so this really is great. Right, I will see you in a second while I go and try and locate some brass. Okay, so I've got the ingredients. I've got some brass and some zinc. This is some stuff I put together. This is a blaze burner, which I got in the nether, and bloody hell, it was an arse to get. I'll show you the path that I took earlier. But yeah, here it all is. So we've got the mixer, basin, blaze burner, a little depot for it to fall out into, because otherwise you have to kind of jump up and manually grab it out of the basin. But if I just pop the things in here, hopefully it will just mix. Oh crap, yeah, I need to get the fuel. There was something I was forgetting. Right. And it shows you, as you can see at the top there, it tells you how many seconds of power you've given your blaze burner. So there's that. Right, okay. So you've got the brass ingots. Why, what's up? Oh. Okay, right, cool. It's possible I'll need to create a funnel there, but for the time being, that should be alright. Okay, right, so we've got our brass. Need to make our brass hand. What's that? Sheet. Oh, that's simple enough. Okay, so get our trusty hammer. One of the few bits of alloy left. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. Pop over here. There we are, and then deployer. Is this... Oh yes, I remember now. F. Okay, so we've got some rose quartz here. That's just the recipe for that is just 1 piece of quartz and then 8 redstone dust, which I had. Where is it? Yeah, here it is, and there's the quartz. And then sandpaper. Sandpaper there, which is just literally just sand and paper. So if I just pop that in there, and then I right click, there we are, and now I have polished rose quartz. Okay, right, so electron tube. Actually, if I just do deployer, just so I can. There, electron tube, an iron plate. Okay, fantastic. Great. Okay. So. And we have our deployer. This is probably the most useful part of the create set, because you'll find that you will need to place a lot of things down as you go. Right, contraption, assembler, lever, I'll just grab some diorite. Okay. Ugh, I need to get a better machine. The lag on this thing is just crazy. Okay, cool. Okay. If I just pop a little bit, just this over here. Shoot. Now we just need to get a harvester, which will pick up the rail behind the cart. Helps if you spell it right. Oh, and it's a plough. That's what I'm doing. It's a plough. There we are. Okay. Plough. So the good thing about Create is that it's not massively expensive to get things. So a lot of mods, require you to go to the moon and back for a lot of stuff, which makes paying quite a chore at times. I mean, it's not that, I don't want a challenge, but like, there's a balance between challenge and, literally having to go to the moon to get something. I mean, I think there's one mod pack like Astra or something like that, where there's no nether. It's locked off, and I think you have to actually literally create a portal to the moon, which to get what basically the same things as the nether, but it's just, yeah, it just makes life a lot more tedious. Anyway, let's go and find some more iron. Right. What was the thing? And crap. And one, two. Okay. There. Perfect. Okay. So, just pop blue in the other hand. There we are. Okay. Right. So if I find a bit of, if I give this a teensy bit of fuel, and it should. Oh, I need to power it first. Okay, then it should. Hog. work with wood? Oh, maybe I need to get some coal. Just sleep first, so that we don't get shot by a skeleton. Hog. It's firing, it's just not... Okay, cool, yeah, perfect. So the only thing that we need to do now at this stage is to just pop down some storage for some rails. And then it should be done. We'll just go ahead and drop a barrel on there. I think that will be better. This chest's can be a bit funny on contraptions. Just shove some of that in there. Flip that on. Okay. Yay, it works! There we go. Perfect! Oh, and there we are. So that's our digger, and we'll be using that a lot down in the mines, because mining is tedious, and this is a easy peasy way to get lots of ores, and yeah, it just makes a lot of this a lot better. It's also sort of a cumulative thing, because obviously the more metals you get, the the more drills you can create, and so you can make these truly massive things. I've seen some people actually make them so massive that they actually don't render. You have to keep walking and walking and walking, and you see it rendering away. Ugh. As God is my witness, at some point I will get an actual PC. Right, this is probably not the best place. I'm just thinking in terms of how to do this. It probably would be better to just continue the staircase down. Yeah, I think, you know what, I think I'm going to do that, because otherwise I'm going to get lost and things are going to be quite tedious to get back to the surface. I find with mining is that just make life easier on your future self, because you might think you'll remember the way, but you won't. You won't. Oh, you think you're clever. You think you're smart. You think that you know all of the things. But you don't. You know nothing. Nothing, I say. Right. Right, well, after much toing and froing and gluing and re-gluing, I've worked out that this is not working, and I think it's because it's made of diorite and deep slate as opposed to the actual proper chassis malarkey. I forget what it's called. these fellas, and a side casing. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board on this one, but I'll just be back in a second. But it's almost there. Okay, right, so after a lot of fanning about trying to work out what I was doing wrong, it turns out that I actually had the deployer in the wrong place. So that's my bad. I don't know. Yes, it just was. Anyway, hopefully this is the last part of this. So I've just obviously done some practice tunnels and things to try and get things going. There was a lot of troubleshooting. What's going on? What am I doing wrong? Yeah. It's just one of those things. But it's one of those things where it's a bit like coding, where you've got most of it right, but there's like a missing colon somewhere. You assume. It's just one small thing. But yeah, this deployer had to be up one, and that's why it wasn't placing correctly. That was one of the main issues. Also, I put it all in casing, as you can see, so that also allows it to transfer back easily. Anyway, got some coal, so we're just there. Okay, so now it's powered on. Great. So I'm just going to pop in some coal, like so. And look at it go! Mining away beautifully. And the great thing is that you don't have to bother with having a redstone kind of situation, because you can just periodically feed it a bit of coal. The only main thing you have to do is just keep ahead of the keep ahead of the darkness, basically. Just light up as you go, because otherwise you're just going to create a mob spawner, and that's just an utter pain. But yeah, it's revealing ores and things, which makes this very useful, so you can get those as well as you go. So yeah, just to explain again, because I wasn't sure if I was really getting the point across. This deployer pops down the rail. There we are. And then it goes over, and then obviously this plough hoovers up the rail and sucks it back up into the storage system there. Yeah, I can just click on that and see it's filling up with stuff. I'll just take some of the unnecessary bits there, and I'll pop that in storage so that we don't fill up with junk. Actually, it's better to have a lot of storage on your digger machines, because otherwise you just you quickly run out. So I will just pop over here, and I'm going to just go ahead and pick this up. Just a right click with the wrench, and that's that. So yeah, so we've got on to a good start. We've got our base sorted out. We've got no, I got the wrong pickaxe. We've got our base sorted out. We've got some power going on downstairs. I'll show you next episode what I've done with the mixer and all the rest of it downstairs, because I've made a few amendments, because it just wasn't keeping up with what I needed. But yeah, and that's sort of the basics in terms of setting up your base, and it's going to put us in a really good position moving forwards to build our city. Okay, so hold on. I haven't actually showed you what I look like. So hey guys, thanks very much for coming along. I really appreciate you sticking around with me, and let's have fun together. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye!